Srimate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishvanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patitana Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, reading from Varnashram College. Hridayananda, Mahabharat, Prabhupada. Study the history of Maharaj Parikshit. That is required. Not that simply chronological record, all nonsense. And big books in making research. Why should you waste your time in that way? Hridayananda Jai, yes. And so, Prabhupada, history must be for great person. This is history. Hridayananda. So in our Varnashram college, the students that come to our college, they follow Prabhupada 4 principles essential. But only the Shudras or the Kshatriyas. Just like Kshatriyas, they have to learn how to kill. So practically, they should go to the forest and kill some animal. And if he likes, he can eat also. Hridayananda, what he kills? Prabhupada, yes. But not from the slaughterhouse. Those who are Kshatriyas, they're allowed sometimes to eat meat. It is understood Bhima also eating sometimes meat. Bhima, amongst the Pandavas, only Bhima, not others. So if the Kshatriyas, they want to eat meat, they can be allowed on particular occasions. But they must go to the forest and kill the animal. Not that for meat-eating regular slaughterhouses should be maintained. That is all nonsense, degradation. If you want to eat meat, you go to the forest. And the Shudras, they also sometimes eat meat, or the Chandalas. Hridayananda, but never the cow.
Prabhupada, no, cow. The Shudras, they can take a goat and sacrifice before the deity, goddess Kali, and then eat. Nobody should be given unrestricted freedom to eat meat or wine. If one is adamant to drink wine, then there is Chandi Puja or Durga Puja. That means restriction. Under certain condition. Similarly, sex life, marriage, that is also sex life, but under condition. Satsvarup. Srila Prabhupada, is this school for women also or just for men? Prabhupada, for men. Women should automatically learn how to cook, how to cleanse home. Satsvarup. So they don't attend Varnashram College. Prabhupada, no. Varnashram College especially meant for Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishya. Those who are not fit for education, they are Shudras. That's all. Or those who are reluctant to take education. Shudra means. That's all. They should assist with the higher class. Hridayananda. Would the Brahmanas learn Sanskrit? Prabhupada, not necessarily. Hridayananda. Not necessarily, just more philosophy. Prabhupada. Just like I am translating all the books, similarly, any book of knowledge can be translated into different languages. Not that one has to learn Sanskrit. Hridayananda. So this is Varnashram College. There should be 2 divisions, Varna and Ash. Learning a material. Prabhupada. First of all, Varna and Ashram. Then the Varna is perfectly in order. Then Ashram. Ashram is specially meant for spiritual advancement, and Varna is general division. It must be there in human society, or there on the animals. If Varna is not there, then this is a society of animal. And when the Varna is working perfectly, then we give them Ashram, Varnashram. That is later on. And Dayananda. First they should be taught a skill. Prabhupada. Yes, first of all, the whole society must be divided into 4 Varnas. Otherwise there will be chaotic condition. That is the position now. What he has to do, one does not know. And there are so many unemployment. But if you organize a society into Varnas, there will be no question of unemployment.
Hridayananda, but from the very beginning there should be taught Bhagavad Gita. And Prabhupada, Yes, but our position is that we are above Varnashrama. But for management or ideal society, we're introducing this. We, so far we are concerned, Krishna conscious men, we're above Varnashrama. Hare Krishna.
We're on page 80 of the PDF. If you look at the page numbers, it's 64.
But to show the people that we are not escaping, we can take part in any order of life. That is our position. Just like if I brush somebody's shoe, that does not mean I'm shoemaker. My position is the same, but to show how to do it, just like a servant is doing. The master is, oh, you cannot do. Just see. Just like I show you sometimes how to mop, so I am not a mopper, but I am showing how to mop. So our position is like that. We do not belong to any varna or ashrama, but we have to show these rascals. Just like Dhruva Maharaj, he was perfect Vaishnava, but when he was king, he was fighting like anything. Not that, oh, I am now become Vaishnava, I cannot kill. What is this? He killed like anything. When the Yakshas attacked his kingdom, he was killing like anything. Then the Yaksharaj came and asked him to pardon this. He immediately accepted. So he wanted to give him some benediction, that you are so great that simply on my request you have stopped killing these rascals, Yakshas. So you can take some benediction from me. He said, that's all right, thank you. You give me the benediction that I may be a pure lover of Krishna. That's all.
This benediction he asked, although he was so powerful and the Yaksharaja, he could give him the wealth of the whole universe. But he made that, thank you so much, thank you very much. You give me this benediction that may remain a pure devotee of Krishna. This is Vaishnava. He is doing everything, but his aim is to please Krishna. Similarly, even if we take the Varnashrama, we do not belong to any. Just like Krishna says, Maya Shreshtam, I have inaugurated, but Krishna has nothing to do with Varnashrama. Similarly, if we act as Varnashrama, still we have nothing to do with the Varnashrama. Hridayananda, Prabhupada, can you say something about the training for a Brahmana? Prabhupada, yes. They are Satyam Samadamaha. He must be truthful. He must control the senses, control the mind. Samodamaha. He must be tolerant. He should not be agitated in trifle matters. Satyam Samodama Socham. He must be always clean. 3 times he must take bath at least. All the clothing, everything is clean. This is Brahminical training. And then he must know all what is what, knowledge and practical application, and firm faith in Krishna. This is Brahmana. Hridayananda. So what kind of practical work could we engage them in? Prabhupada, they'll be teaching. They'll be all teachers. Hridayananda, they'll be teachers. Prabhupada, yes, just like Dronacharya. He was a Brahmana, but he was teaching military arts to the Pandavas. General teacher class would be the Brahmanas. It doesn't matter what he's teaching, but perfectly teaching how to become a military man. Arjuna's fighting was due to Dronacharya. He learned it from Dronacharya. He was a Brahmana, but because he took the position of a teacher, he thought very perfectly. A Brahmana should be expert in every kind of knowledge. If requires, he'll become a teacher. This is Brahmana.
Hridayananda. So Brahmana can teach how to fight? Prabhupada. Yes, Brahmana means intelligent, brain. So in intelligent brain, one can learn anything and teach anything. Satsvarup. This is all very new. Prabhupada. Satsvarup. This is very new. It seems there will be many difficulties, so we should try to start this school. Prabhupada, what is the difficulty? If I teach you how to cook, is it very difficult? Satsvarup. Yes, we have to learn though. Prabhupada. Then similarly, like that I am doing that. I'm teaching you how to mop the floor. Satsvarup. Then it becomes easy. Prabhupada. But I must know everything because I am a teacher. Hridayananda. So, for example, if I become a teacher at Varnashram, say the first teacher at the Varnashram college, then I also had to become expert at how to fight, Prabhupada. Not all of you, but some of you must learn the art of fighting also. But in the practical, you are not going to the fight. But in a practical, you are not going to fight. If required, you can fight. I say that we are above all these Varnashram, but we must train others or ourselves also for material activities, everything under these divisions. Vishnujan. For example, in Vrindavan, we have Brahmanas that are very expert. It's my bad. I don't know how I missed that. For example, in New Vrindavan, we have Brahmanas that are very expert at tilling the soil and taking care of cows. Prabhupada, yes. Vishnujan. And they could travel around and teach others how to do that as well. Prabhupada, yes, that's right. He is Brahmana, but he's teaching how to take care of the cows and plowing.
Hridayananda. It is not that one teacher has to teach everything. Prabhupada, no. Hridayananda. Oh, I see. So a Brahmana teacher should become expert in a particular subject and then teach that. Prabhupada, yes. Hridayananda. Oh, it is very exciting. Prabhupada, because at the present time in the Prabhupada. No, the thing is that actually at the present moment they are Shudras, or less than Shudras. They are not human beings, the whole population of the world. It doesn't matter whether it's Western or Eastern, that is the position. So unless they are trained up, so the society's already in chaos, and it will go on still more into chaos. It will be hell. How people will live. And these rascals are being elected as government men, and they're only making budget how to tax. So one side, there is no rain, one side, there is no rice, especially in India, and one side, heavy tax. So they will all be confused. They have already become confused. So in the confusion state, it will be very difficult to make them Krishna conscious. Therefore, preliminary help should be given. Vishnujan, preliminary. Prabhupada, yes. That they should not be in chaos and confusion. Otherwise, how the brain will work. Vishnujan, yes. No one can give rapt attention without peace of mind. Prabhupada, yes. Our main aim is how to give them Krishna consciousness. But if they are already disturbed in every respect, then how they'll take it. Therefore, we are taking these subjects to help him come to the Krishna consciousness. And this is the method, Varnashrama. Hridayananda. So just to clarify, Prabhupada, I want to make sure I have it very clear that if someone comes to our Varnashram college, even though this may be preliminary help, in general you've made some exceptions. But in general, when they come to our college, they have to follow the 4 regulative principles, also learn something about Bhagavad Gita, and then side by side they learn Prabhupada, 4 regulative principles, compulsory. Hridayananda, yes.
Prabhupada, but if some of the Kshatriyas or the Shudras, they want, so that is our prescription, go to the forest and kill some animal and eat that. That's all. You can kill one boar. Some disturbing elements you can kill. You can kill some tiger, like that. Learn to kill. No nonviolence. Learn to kill. Here also, as soon as you'll find the Kshatriya, a thief, a rogue, unwanted element in society, kill him. That's all. Finish. Kill him. Boss. Finished. So other will see. Oh, the ruler is very strong, and others will. One killing will be lessened for many hundreds and thousands. No mercy. Kill him. That's all. Yaduvara. How would the Kshatriyas kill the animals? Prabhupada. Yaduvara. How would they kill? With guns or bow and arrow? Prabhupada. That as it is suitable. It is not because the Kshatriyas were killing by bows and arrows formerly, you have to continue that. That is another foolishness. If you can easily kill by guns, take that gun. Just like formerly. Parivraja, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu walked in the street. There was no airplane, or he did not use it. Does it mean that I shall have to follow that? I must take the jet engine, if it is available. If someone criticizes, oh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu walked on leg and you are traveling in the jet plane, shall I have to take that ideal? These are rascaldom. When you have to work, you have to work with the greatest facility. That's all. If I got the facility of talking in microphone, and so why should I not take it? It will be recorded. It will be heard by so many others. I'm speaking to 4 or 5 men. It can be heard by a big crowd of 400 men. Vishnujan, so we should perpetuate this technical skill of Prabhupada. No, we are not going to. But if somebody is interested in doing, so we take it and make the best use of it. Vishnujan, oh I see. Prabhupada, just like we do not want money, but they are having money by so many ways, so we take their money and construct a temple. We can sit down here and chant Hare Krishna. We do not require that temple. But these rascals are accumulating money for wine and women. Take their money, some way or other, and build a temple, and invite them. Come and see. Give them prasadam. This is our policy. We are not constructing big buildings and temples for their convenience. This is sannyasi. Vishnujan. So there should always be programs in temples for their welfare, not Prabhupada. Yes. Vishnujan, that we live there, and Prabhupada. No. We are taking it. Now we have got very nice house, room. Let us sleep and eat.
Vishnujan. Then there will be wide criticism. Prabhupada. That is, this is not good. Hridayananda. Prabhupada. Prabhupada, you should remain always sannyasi within. Outwardly, for others' convenience, you may do something. Similarly, we are accepting this Varnashrama. We are not Varnashrama. We are above Varnashrama. But to give others facility to come to the stage of Krishna consciousness, this program must be done. Hridayananda. Prabhupada. Generally in colleges in the West, they charge some fee for going to the college. What is our position? Prabhupada. No, we don't charge any fee. There is no question of money, because the Brahmanas, they'll teach free. They require money because they have to give fat salary to these rascals, but we haven't got to. And even we have to feed them. We produce our own grain. So where is the question of taking money? So therefore it is required. Somebody must produce food. Then there is no necessity of money. Hridayananda. The Vaishya students will produce the food. Prabhupada. Yes. Satsvarupa. Should our children who are at Gurukul, when they grow up, should they go to that Varnashrama college? Or, Prabhupada, yes, they should go. Hridayananda, will start it right away.
Prabhupada, Varnashram college means for grown-up students. College means for grown-up students. Hridayananda, is there a minimum age for beginning such a college? Prabhupada, yes, 10 to 12 years. Hridayananda, they can start at 10 to 12? Prabhupada, yes, from 5 to 10 years. Gurukul. And after 10 years, they should go to the Varnashram college. Vishnujan, New Vrindavan would be an ideal place in America for such a school. Prabhupada, yes, organize that. Vishnujan, yes. Prabhupada, yes, I shall go. Vishnujan, this Maharaj is also going to New Vrindavan. Prabhupada, yes. Vishnujan, he can. Prabhupada, do that. Kirtanananda Maharaj, you and combine together do that. Vishnujan, yes. Prabhupada, we have got so many duties to do. Don't waste time, a single moment, and don't eat more and don't sleep more. Then you'll be able to work. Vishnujan, and this is a most auspicious work for now. Is this remedial measure of Prabhupada? Vishnujan, this is a most auspicious work for now. Is this remedial measure to stop the chaos in the world? Prabhupada, yes. Vishnujan, that's most auspicious. Prabhupada, most auspicious. Because if the people are in chaos, how they'll be able to accept the great philosophy? It requires cool brain. Vishnujan, for example, in my program, Prabhupada, Buddha, an intelligent person. Yes. Vishnujan, my program now is I have 10 brahmacharis in buses and everything, and we're distributing books. But if the people are in chaos, how they will be able to accept the knowledge in the books? Prabhupada, no, not all of them are in chaos. They are some of them, not all of them. Hare Krishna. In separate department, passerby. Radhe. Prabhupada. Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Just see, due to the past training, even an ordinary man, he's chanting Radhe. Vishnujan. When we had our boat, the boatmen every morning were, Prabhupada, this is India. Vishnujan, worshipping Prabhupada. Because, due to past culture, even the lowest class of men, he's also a great philosopher than these rascals in Western countries. Hridayananda, so all the other programs should be continued, and this program should be added. Prabhupada, yes. Parivajagacharya, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Parivajagacharya. Would the persons who would take part in such program, they would have to be devotees in the first place. Is that? Prabhupada, devotees is, I've already explained. We're all devotees. Past condition, we're all devotees. We do not belong to this Varnashrama. I've already told you. Suppose I am mopping. So that does not mean I am mopper. But I'm teaching how to mop. This is our position.
Parivrajacharya. So the students also, they must all be devotees. Prabhupada, yes, that is our life and soul. Satsvarup. And the idea is that after they finish their schooling, they would take part in ISKCON, preaching in some way as Vaishya or Prabhupada, yes, this preaching is also required to make the groundwork, because nobody's taking care. Just like some of the devotees, great devotees, they took the profession of becoming thief. In South India, it was done so. They took the profession of becoming thief. So a devotee is a thief, but they took it because nobody was paying. So they organized a plundering party. Plunder all these big men, just like the politicians do. There is history. Yes, so even up to the point to become a thief, devotees took it. Yes, and the gopis, even up to the point of becoming prostitute for Krishna. So for Krishna's sake, we have to accept any nonsense type of business, or on the highest grade, anything. But for Krishna, we have to do that. Hridayananda. So Prabhupada, in our temples, we have so many devotees. Should the devotees, Prabhupada, they should be engaged. Hridayananda, should they be trained in a particular Prabhupada? Yes, those who are not able to preach or do other things, they must go to the plow department, agriculture. Hridayananda. Those who cannot preach. Prabhupada. Yes, those who are less educated, not very much expert in preaching, they must be acting as Kshatriya or Vaishya or Shudra. Hridayananda. And sometimes, Prabhupada, not he's Shudra, always remember that, but he has to act to fill up the gap, proxy. Hridayananda. So we should encourage people, young students to come to our college. Prabhupada. They'll automatically come if you are ideal, because they are being forced to poverty. So when there is a question of poverty, they'll come. Hridayananda, room and board and training. Prabhupada, yes, this poverty. Why there is poverty? Why there is poverty? Because they are not producing food. Everyone wants so-called comfortable life, so-called education, sitting idle in the table and chair and talking all gossips, nonsense, and sleeping. They have all been trained up in this way. Shudra, Hridayananda. So they should be trained to rise early and so on. Prabhupada, yes. No, if you keep healthy, then you will naturally rise healthy. If, yeah. Then you will naturally rise healthy, or rise early in the morning. But because you have lost all, what is called stamina? Hridayananda, yes. Prabhupada, therefore sleeping is my only business. Sleeping means for the weak, and for the strong, perspiration. This is the sign. When a man sleeps too much, he's weak in his health, and the strong man will perspire. These are very balaragam, and the durbalera guma. Gam and guma. Guma means sleeping, and gama means perspiration. Principle. And human beings means trained up under principle. That is the difference between animal. The animals, they cannot take up any training. But the human being, this human form of body is meant for taking training. So if they're not properly trained up, they remain animals, and the whole society is in chaos and confusion. You want to pick up? Yeah.
Prahlad Maharaj said, I am thinking I am only for these rascals. They're making a humbug program, but there is no action, and for temporary so-called happiness without God consciousness. I am simply thinking of them. Otherwise, personally, I have no problem. This was spoken by Prahlad Maharaj to Nrsimhadev. Shochetato vimukha chetasa maya sukhaya bharam udvahato vimudhan. My concern is only for the fools and rascals who are making elaborate plans for material happiness and maintaining their families, societies, and countries. I am simply concerned with love for them. Business has become like Prahlad Maharaj. We can chant anywhere. That is all right. Krishna will provide everything. We have no business to do, but we have to take them because we are sympathizer. That so many people are being killed by this modern civilization. They had the opportunity to become Krishna conscious, but by the setup of this rascal civilization, they're being killed spiritually. Therefore, we have to take it. Devotee personally, he has no problem, but he pushes himself in this degraded society to teach them how to live, how to become gentlemen. Therefore, otherwise we have no business. But if we don't give them the opportunity, they'll not be able to come to Krishna consciousness. It will be good for you because Krishna will see, oh, here's my devotee, he's doing so much for me. Your service will be recognized by Krishna. Don't think that because you are teaching a Shudra how to work like this, you have become a Shudra. You are not Shudras, any circumstances, even though you teach to a Shudra how to work like a Shudra. Don't misunderstand. Clearly understand what is the purpose. Is there doubt or is it clear?
Satsvaru, yes. Prabhupada, yes. Vishnu John, one good example in New Vrindavan, they're actually doing that. They're training Kshatriyas. They're training. Prabhupada, yes, yes, yes. That was the very beginning. Vishnu John, Vaishyas. Prabhupada, I started the New Vrindavan scheme on this formula. Vishnu John, Kirtanananda Swami has carried it out just as you have desired. Parivrajaka. So in a sense, New Vrindavan is already Prabhupada. Yes. The starting is already there. Vishnu John, they even have a court system now. They started it when I was there last time. They have so many members that sometimes someone may commit some offense or something. They even have a judicial type of system where he comes before a board of members, older members. Prabhupada, yes. All fights should be decided by the board. That's nice. And it will be accepted even by the court. Here, in India, there is such system. A board of 5-10 men in the village, if there is some fight between two parties, whatever the board will decide, that will be accepted in the court. Panchayata, it is called Panchayata system. Shun, you join. There will be no scarcity. This will engage people. Some of them will be engaged to produce food. So what is the question of scarcity? There is food, there is milk. Eat and drink and be human beings. Vishnu John, when we first go to open a temple in a city, we get an apartment or a storefront. But then, when more and more people come, we should get land and cows and everything in. Prabhupada, yes, yes. Vishnu John, and turn it into a society. Hridayananda, that's wonderful. Let's just keep reading. Chant Hare Krishna and draw a plow. Ox power, cure for unemployment. Vedic civilization, let everyone be happy. Demonic civilization, let everyone suffer. Practically attract. By our living example, we'll attract them. Prabhupada, what these communists can do, we can do better than them. Then it will be a counteraction of communist movement. While you are sitting idly, no employment, come onto the field. Take this plow, take the bull, go out working. Why are you sitting idly? This is Krishna conscious movement. Nobody should be allowed to sit down and sleep. They must find out some employment, either work as Brahmana, Kshatriya, or Vaishya. Why should there be unemployment? The same example, just like I am. This body is working, the leg is working, hand is working, brain is working, belly is working. Why there should be unemployment? You just stop this unemployment. You will see the whole world is peaceful. There is no complaint, and they'll very happily chant Hare Krishna. Nobody working in this field. They're all drawn to the cities to work in the factory. Condemned civilization. That communist emblem. What is that?
Devotees, hammer and sickle. Prabhupada, yes, that is good. Indian, yeah, good. Prabhupada, but no hammer. Only this. What is this called? Devotees, sickle. Prabhupada, no hammer. That will be our emblem. Only sickle, not hammer. The hammer has hammered the whole human civilization. So just make a counter emblem. The communists will appreciate. Devotee, sickle and tilak. Prabhupada, Devotee, a sickle and then a tilak. Prabhupada, yes, that is a good idea. Gupta ji, come here, Hindi. Gupta, Hindi for a few sentences. Prabhupada, rascal civilization, rascal government. And people are transferred into rascals. Hindi, anat bhavanti bhutani. All living bodies subsist on food grains. Without Anna, how they can live? There is no arrangement for Anna. They're simply passing legislative laws, and no Anna. Just see what kind of wretched government it is. Everywhere. There's no Anna. Anat bhavanti bhutani. The first duty of government is to see that everyone is happy. without anxiety. These preliminary necessities of life, ahara nijabaya maitunam, eating, sleeping, defending, and mating. There must be sufficient arrangement for these preliminary necessities of life. One must eat sumptuously, no overeating and indulgation. No, but he must have sufficient food to keep up the health. Similarly, he must have place to sleep. We are prepared to offer everything and be Krishna conscious. That is our mission. Not by eating and sleeping, become rogues and thieves and rascals. This we will not allow. The Varnashrama Dharma, handy conversation for a few sentences. Why unemployment? There's no scarcity of water. Just have a big well, electricity pump, water. Electricity pump water. Oh, immediately. It will be all green immediately. Jayo, Hare Krishna. All around for the benefit of the human society. You'll be honored everywhere. Everywhere, any part of the world. And automatically these bogus avatar incarnations, God and yogis and swamis, will be all doomed. You see? These rascals society, avatar, Bhagavan, incarnations, yogis, these rascals will be doomed.
You want to pick up the book now?
You can go.
Do you want to say anything, Prabhu? Anything you want to say?
No one has any insights.
You can. Yeah, just something that stood out to you. The one thing I'm saying just kill the person with the gun.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm not gonna. I don't have anything to say about it though.
Say it, bro.
All right, give me the mic. Gupta, these instincts ought to be finished. They cannot remain. Prabhupada, no. Indeed, that glowworm, beautiful darkness. Hari. So long people were in darkness, they were beautiful. Now there is sunshine. Gupta, yes. Hridayananda, Prabhupada is the sun. Prabhupada, the anxiety of Prahlad Maharaj, how these rascals who have made a plan for happiness of a few men, gorgeous plan, and they're for happiness of the government servant, that's all. You know in Delhi there is planning commission. What is that plan? That people may starve and Indira Gandhi and company may flourish. That's all. Gupta, I think, Maharaj, they are coming to the office at 12 and going back at 1, doing nothing, and Prabhupada. But what they have got to do? Gupta, they are not doing. Prabhupada, just like I've seen in London, the parliament, when they had some so-called empire, now the parliament is useless. The parliament members and the lords, the House of Lords, House of Commons, they are now useless. They have got some old books only. In parliament, I've seen some old books. Old books means all the speeches are recorded in books, and who is going to read them? Almiras, so many. I've seen in parliament. Hundreds and thousands of speeches recorded and bound up very nicely, but who is going to read them? Simply waste of time. Gupta, they are increasing the load like this. Prabhupada, yes. You guys want to say? What was that? Yeah. Sorry. Gupta, they are increasing the load like this. What? Prabhupada, yes. Gupta, donkey's load. Go on, increasing. Prabhupada, therefore, this example is given. Ass, for nothing, not for himself. He'll be given a little grass. The grass is available here, but still he's engaged. Employment. Ass will reap, eat little grass. Grass is available everywhere. But still he'll work for others, loading, overloading. This is ass. He has no sense, so why have I taken so much overload? I can get grass anywhere. Let me remain free. But he has no such sense. Neither he will be allowed. This is ass. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
There are many Babajis. They are collecting chapatis and smoking bidi, and have 1 or 2 women. That's all it is going on. So they should be drawn. Come on, chant Hare Krishna and take the plow. Not that you become Rupa Goswami simply by smoking. They're thinking they have become Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami lived like that. So they think by changing the cloth, loincloth, they have become Rupa Goswami. And whatever nonsense they like, they can do. All these Babajis should be employed. Chant Hare Krishna and draw a plow. Then it will be nice. Jayadvaita, in America too, the big intellectuals and professors. We can have plows for them. Prabhupada, Yes, because they're wasting time. Better produce some food. At least your food, you are living at the cost of others. What is the value of your philosophy? In the Bhagavad Gita, etad jnanam, tad ajnanam yad anyata. All these I declare to be knowledge, and besides this, whatever there may be is ignorance. To search out the absolute truth, that is jnana, knowledge, philosophy. Anything else, that is ajnanam. I think it is so that if you cannot use your plot of land, then it will go to the government, is it not? Gupta, yes. Prabhupada, so similarly, if the government cannot utilize it comes to us, we shall work. Is it not good? Gupta, very good.
Start reading from this.
5 more minutes.
No, it's Prabhupada. There must be some law for that. Prabhupada, there must be some law like that. The government has taken from the public because it is not being worked out. Now we shall work. Give us this land. You have taken from the public. Why should you not give us? So that there will be no question. Even government does not. We shall go and occupy, and go on tilling. What? The government will. Public will support us. Gupta. Again, it is being distributed to their relations. Those who are in power, and then they do not work again. Prabhupada. Again. Gupta. Then it remains. Islam. Prabhupada. Then whatever field is not being worked, we occupy them, and begin the work, and invite all the unemployed. Come and join us. We shall give you food, shelter, everything. How Krishna is setting example. Krishna is saying that I have already arranged the result of this fighting. Everyone will be killed. Nimitta matram bhava savyashin. You, O Savasyachi. Okay, anyway. Can be but an instrument in the fight. But still, he is inducing Arjuna to work. Not that he's already indistinct. I am your friend, Krishna. Everything will be done. Rather, it will be done, but you have to work. Gupta, maybe a friend or not. Prabhupada, this is philosophy, not that. Because I am friend, I will do and you will sleep and get dysentery. No, you have to work. Everything is already arranged, but you must work. That is wanted. Otherwise, why Arjuna was induced to fight? Krishna has already arranged. And Arjuna also. Yes. Karishye Vashanam Tava. Whatever you say, this is Krishna consciousness. Politician, Balavanta, he's not here. So let him preach that. We shall, if you take our Krishna consciousness movement, there will be no unemployment. He can at least give this manifesto to them. There will be no more unemployment. People will be very nice, very glad to hear. Now this machine nonsense means unemployment. One machine will work for 100 men. So 100 men becomes unemployed. And one technician, he gets all the salaries. To work on computer, come. Devotees, computer, yes. Prabhupada, machine, and he's very expert. He'll take $3,000, and others will be unemployed. This is going on, and they are thinking, advancement of civilization. Advancement of civilization means exploit others and you become happy. That is advancement of civilization. Others may die for such out of starvation, and one man takes all the money and spends it for wine and women and motor car. That's all. This is the advancement of civilization. Sarve Sukhino Bhavantu. This is Vedic civilization. Let everyone be happy. That is Vedic civilization. And the demonic civilization, they're thinking, let everyone suffer. I become happy. That's all. And Vaishnava is thinking, for my salvation it is already guaranteed. But he is thinking, how these poor people will be saved. Shoche tato vimukha chetasa maya sukhaya bharnam udvahato vimudhan. My concern is only for these fools and rascals who are making elaborate plans for material happiness and maintaining their families, societies, and countries. I am simply concerned for love for them. Prahlad Maharaj. This is Vaishnava's position. Paradhuka dukhi. He is unhappy by seeing others unhappy. For himself, he has no ocean of mercy. He is very compassionate to the fallen souls. Paradhuka dukhi. Kripam budhir yaf paradhuka dukhi. Kripam budhir yastam aham prapadye. From Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. One who is an ocean of mercy, very much grieved by the sufferings of others.
To continue reading.
Yeah, we could just switch. Sorry. We could
Maybe
finish
we could finish
Prabhupada's quote.
This is Vaishnava philosophy. Vaishnava shall work hard, undergo all tribulation for others. He has no problem. A Vaishnava has no problem because he has taken shelter of Krishna. He has no problem. Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. From Bhagavad Gita 9:31. O son of Kunti, declared boldly that my devotee never perishes. Krishna also gives guarantee. Anyone who has taken shelter of he is saved. I will give him protection. Krishna says, Aham tvam mokshyashyami sarva. From Bhagavad Gita 18:66. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Wow. Do not fear. Everything is there. For Vaishnava there is no suffering, personally. But he is very much anxious how these rascals will be happy. That is his business. These rascals are misled. They are going astray, unhappy. So how they should be happy. So that is Vaishnava's business. So the Vaishnava there will have no politics. Politics means planning for one's own happiness. That is politics. So in our society there should be no diplomacy, no politics. Everyone should be eager how to do good to others. This is Vaishnava. If he's planning something that I shall be leader, I shall be doing something that is not Vaishnavism. That politics is not good.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Oh, that.
Yeah, there's a bookmark in there.
Okay. Do you want to start Navanyoda?
Sure. What's the next page? It's probably.
There's that, and then there's a bookmark in there. There's like it.
Oh, maybe it's that.
It's not the page. I don't think it's the page you said. There's a bookmark in there.
Right? Here's the page we're on.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably there.
There you go. We're at the end of the.
I think the last one was the one with you.
Lord Shiva's
Yeah.
assembly.
So we're at the end of that.
Last one was.
We already read that. Payment to Ashwini Kumars for their healing service. I believe so.
Wow. Okay, let me just see something. Is it that each like one story we're reading?
Just start reading.
Okay. Payment to the Ashwini Kumars for their healing service. As soon as Ganesh was born, Mahadev cut off his head by mistake, and the head disappeared. Because of this, Parvati cried terribly. The physicians of the demigods, the Ashwini Kumars, were summoned and somehow replaced the head. In exchange for this service, they asked that they be given Mahadev as their fee. This caused a complex problem. All the demigods had a discussion about this, and finally they gave one cow to the Ashwini Kumars in exchange for Mahadev. Because of this, Parvati felt greatly relieved. The Ashwini Kumars are also happy. So, it seems like that's the story. Want me to read the next one? All right. Surabhi, this is the title of the chapter. Surabhi laments over mistreatment of her sons. Long time ago, Surabhi, the mother of cows, was once weeping in the celestial regions. Indra took compassion upon her and asked her, "O auspicious one, why do you weep? Is everything well with the celestials? Has any misfortune come upon you?" Surabhi replied, "O Indra, there is no misfortune fallen upon the celestials, but I am aggrieved on account of my son. I am therefore weeping. See, O chief of the celestials, there a cruel farmer is belabouring my weak son with the wooden stick and oppressing him with the weight of a plow. Due to this, my son is agitated and pained. Due to fatigue and thirst, he is unable to stand. He is falling down on the ground and is on the point of death. O Indra, seeing this, I am filled with compassion and my mind is agitated. Look there, O Indra. The one that is stronger of the pair is bearing the burden of greater weight with ease, but the other is lean and weak. This son of mine is a mass of veins and arteries. He is bearing the burden with great difficulty, and it is for these sons I am grieving. See, the sores inflicted upon my sons due to being struck with the whip. Harassed exceedingly, he is unable to bear his burden. Therefore, I weep with heaviness in my heart, and these tears of compassion trickle down my eyes. End quote. This plight of the mistreatment to the sons of Shurbi is a hard reality even today. Bulls are made to work heavily, and when they are unable to work anymore, they are designated as useless and unproductive. The leaders and the people of the society have come to think about that the unproductive can be killed. We see that same consciousness is now getting reflected in treating the elderly parents. The cruel treatment of the bulls, calves in every village is so astonishing that the male calves are not allowed to drink milk from their mothers. Because of this, the male calves routinely die of malnutrition. Those who survive are driven to the slaughterhouses soon enough. The leather made from bull calves are worn with much fanfare because they are said to be extremely soft. This way, the human society has degraded because these acts are utterly inhumane. Okay, I'll just pass. So, yeah, I mean, this is the story. I think this is like a commentary, but you can still read it. You'll see what I'm talking about. Like, it's like
Start there.
Well, I don't know if that's a commentary or something to the story.
The scriptures describe that the bulls are the representatives of Dharma. They also represent none other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself. Therefore, they need to be protected in all cases. Dharmoyam bhutale sakha brahmana hi avatartaha. Vrsha eva tato raksha palani yascha sarvada. Brihat parashara sanghita. Just by mistreating the oxen during agriculture and related activities, tantamounts to sin more than killing an embryo in the womb. The person who hits a cow with a stick to punish it commits the sin of gohatya, or killing a cow. And moreover, a person witnessing it, but does not prohibit, also commits the sin of cow killing. Weak oxen, very young oxen, or very old, should not be used for agriculture or transportation. Using oxen for transportation, but not providing them proper grass or water, is equivalent to committing the greatest sin of cow killing. Also, the same sin is attached in making oxen plow the land during dark moon phase, or Amavasya, on Sankranti and on Purnamasa. Indra said, O fair one, when thousands of your sons are daily used for working, why do you grieve for your sons in trouble? Surabhi replied, Although I have 1,000 offspring, and my affection is equal toward all, I feel greater compassion for one who is weak and innocent. Having heard from Surabhi, Indra was much surprised. He then poured a thick shower of rain and caused obstruction to the farmer's work wherever the oxen were being mistreated. Thus, the story illustrates that mistreatment of bulls, bullocks or oxen and cows, and her calves, brings great sorrow to Mother Surabhi and attracts the wrath of demigods, and also of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, who promises thus, If one becomes envious of the demigods who represent me, of the Vedas which give all knowledge, of the cows, of the Brahmanas, of the Vaishnavas, and of religious principles, and ultimately of me, he and his civilization will be destroyed very soon.
That's great. Ask me any questions or anything?
Huh?
Yeah, ask if there's any questions first.
Not you. Yeah.
I'm saying and then read if there's no questions.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions or comments? Okay, it's top of the page.
Top of the page.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I was in India, I do remember seeing it was a bullock cart, and in the back it was like a wagon. I guess it was like a car, and it was on the back was a wagon. It was like full of just baby bulls. And then I remember asking Vishnu, like, yeah, like why is like it's only bulls right here? And he's saying that because the bulls have pretty much no use for for the farmers in India, because a bull is very territorial, and when you have too many bulls in one place, they it become a problem. So they just kind of send them off to slaughter when they're young, and that's kind of what that was saying, that because they're not able to like give milk, and if they have a bull to like plow the land, there's no need for them, so they just send them off to slaughter like right when they're born. And I remember seeing that, like literally seeing it. It was really crazy. So yeah, it's really crazy. It said that when you mistreat a bull or cow, then it also leads to mistreatment of your elders, because it says that it was saying that the bull is representative of of the father. So if you can't treat the animals correctly, what's that to say if you didn't treat your parents correctly, or not the animals, just like the bull specifically and the cow. So I don't know. I thought that was a pretty good point. It was reading the story of Surabi's lamentation. But can you stop?
14. Ganga appears in south to revive sage's cow. No sooner did sage Gautama show the sick the cow fell dead. Once long ago, a great sage by name Gautama was living in Brahmagiri hills near Nasik, Maharashtra. Once due to a very prolonged drought condition, there was a severe famine all over Bharatvarsha. Without food, people and animals suffered severely. However, Sage Gautama had great yogic powers. Sage Gautama used to sow the seeds early in the morning, and by his mystic power, the plants used to grow up and yield grains by afternoon, even without water. Sage Gautama then used to collect those grains and use it for serving the guests. Knowing these extraordinary powers of Sage Gautama, many other sages led by Vasishtha Muni arrived at Gautama's hermitage. Gautama Rishi served them with nice food grains. In this way, 12 years of severe famine passed. At the end of 12th year, it finally rained. Mother Earth's hot surface emanated beautiful aroma everywhere and cooled the whole atmosphere. Witnessing all this, demigods in heaven and people and animals on earthly planet rejoiced. At that time, at Kailasa Mountains, the chaste Parvati was talking to Lord Shiva in a teasing manner. She said, "O Lord, you keep Ganga Devi on your head, and you place me in a lower position on your lap. In this way you are insulting me." Lord Shiva, however, took no note of Parvati's words. Further disturbed by this, Parvati went to her son Ganesh and expressed her lamentation. Ganesh took his brother Kartikeya, and they both hatched a plan so that Lord Shiva gives up Ganga Devi from his head, which would please their mother. The plan was to make Sage Gautama perform austerities to please Lord Shiva and obtain a boon to take Ganga Devi from the Lord. Both brothers took the form of a Brahmana and visited the hermitage of Sage Gautama, and said to the other sages who were living there, "O sages, there is no more drought now. Rains have started, and Mother Earth is in abundance of food and water now. Therefore, it is not good for you to stay at one place."
Sages took this advice seriously and were ready to leave the hermitage. Sage Gautama was, however, not pleased with this decision of the sages. He pleaded them again and again to stay back. With repeated pleadings, the sages, headed by Sage Vasishtha, felt the request must be respected and they should stay back for some more time. Ganesha and Kartikeya discussed further like this. Ganesha said, "Brother, you take the form of a cow and go grazing at the sage's field. Sage Gautama will come to chase you with his stick. Upon just seeing the stick, you act as if you have fallen dead. Considering it to be the death of a cow, a bad omen, the sages shall definitely leave that place. And there is no other way than praying to Lord Shiva to make Ganga flow there to purify the place. This way, Lord Shiva will have to give up Ganga Devi and that will please our mother. Planning this way, Kartikeya took the form of a cow and started to graze the sage's fields. Sage Gautama noticed this and rushed there to chase the cow with the stick. No sooner than the cow saw the stick, it fell dead. Taken aback by this, the sage lamented severely. Meanwhile, the other sages decided to leave the hermitage because the place had become impure by the killing of the cow. The sages suggested to Gautama Rishi that if somehow Ganga Devi comes here and the cow can be revived, only then the place will be purified. If this happens, then they would come back and stay with Gautama Rishi again. Sage Gautama pondered over this and left for Triambaka mountains to perform austerities to please Lord Shiva. Finally, Lord Shiva, pleased by the prayers of the sage, appeared before him and promised to give Ganga Devi to sage Gautama. Lord Shiva said, "This Ganga that will flow in the southern part will be known as Gautami in your glorification. She will also be known as Godavari, because she will revive the cow back to life and will be greatly auspicious wherever she flows." Sage Gautama returned to the hermitage after obtaining this boon. Godavari, known as Dakshina Ganga, or Ganga of the south, flowed and revived the cow, purifying the place. Thus, the demigods took help of the sacred cow and brought sacred Ganga to the south. It is said that one who goes to this river, where Siddhas, the perfected beings, always frequent and takes bath, associates with sadhus, will get the merit of giving cows in charity. Thus, it is to be understood from the above story that hurting a cow or committing violence against cow is considered as the greatest sin by all the sages. It is said that one should give up the company of those who again and again try to bring cows under control by force. The company of those who beat or exploit oxen by putting on heavy loads also should be given up, because very soon persons who commit such sins will perish. Ye tadayanti gam kurura damayante muhurmuhu durlabanaye ye pushnati satatam ye tyajanti cha pidayanti atibharena asahantam vahanyanti cha yojayanti akrita aharanna vimunchanti samyatan. Shiva Purana 5.6.31 to 32. Derived from Brahmanda Purana, Gautami Mahatmya. Yeah.
Srila Prabhupada's mission to establish Varnashram ki jai.
Oh, looks like we have questions on here.
Some questions?
Yeah.
Hey, we still got time though.
Bro, it's 7:30, bro. It's 7:30. From who though?
I don't know who Chanel Green is.
So what's the question?
What is the place of loved pets in Krishna consciousness? What to do when we have pets and what to join Krishna consciousness? Shelter, right?